It concentrates all its tail by bending its body, and then ejects itself out. Its ejection distance is about 8 times that of its own. In the dense tropical rainforest of Central America, there are many rivers and fishes living under the stream. In the small space, they keep building up contradictions with each other. It's hard for the weak to have a place to live. What's worse is that food is scarce. The search for a new way out is already in the dark. At this time, the stream, which is in a dry state, has actually been divided into large and small water pits. Jiang Yuping knew that only by going upstream could he have a chance to survive. So he made a decision that went against his ancestors. He jumped from the water to the land. This kind of behavior is simply a suicide. On the land, his lungs turned into white sand. He can't breathe the air directly, but Jiang Yuping has a strategy to deal with it. He flows a large amount of blood to the tail, and uses the weak skin of the tail to absorb oxygen. With such a counter-heavenly skill, he can live on land for a long time. But the sun is getting stronger and stronger. He must return to the water as soon as possible. Time is life now. He climbs high again. However, he soon encountered a problem. There is still a distance from upstream to here. If he jumps in the wrong direction, he will be doomed. For Jiang Yuping at present, he needs to make the right decision. But because of the sun, he found the direction. The reflection of light from the water is the direction that guides him forward. Finally, he arrived at his destination. This new water area is not only rich in food, but also has enough space. But only 10% of the rivers can stimulate this counter-heavenly instinct to find a new habitat. To survive in the rainforest, animals often show amazing wisdom. This is a very small swan pearl. It is so small that a drop of rain may knock it down from the net. But the biggest problem he faces is not the rain, but the predator. The threat from the bees has always been a nightmare for the swan pearl. But this only 4 mm small pearl will not sit still. The swan pearl can make a huge net. From the surface, its net is no different from other pearls. But because of its small size, its net density is very small. Even very small plant debris can be firmly caught. Next, it will collect the debris on the net until it is cleaned up. The small pearl needs to use these debris to create a work of art. In the early morning, he finished his creation. He used the debris to disguise himself as a big pearl. In order to be more vivid, he kept shaking the pearl. When the bees attack and face the huge pearl in front of him, he can't tell if it is real or not, and he can't get close to it. In the end, he was lucky to escape. Thanks to his wisdom, he was able to escape and became 500 times bigger than himself. However, this disguise is not very good. It only needs a rain term. Speaking of the best disguise, it has to be this one. The glass frog has only 1 thumb size. It is not that it is hard to find, but it is the ability that he is about to show. Every time he is in danger, the glass frog will concentrate 90% of the red blood cells into his liver. His body will become very transparent. But this is not enough. The next operation is even more counterproductive. His body organs will shrink to 1/3 of the original body, making the original transparent body more transparent. Under the support of the green leaves, he can almost hide himself. Even if he can't see, he is hard to be found when the danger is over. The glass frog will recover his normal body color and the blood and organs will be clearly visible. In fact, there are many similar animals. They all have amazing survival skills. After all, the competition for survival is always very intense in nature.